Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 74 of our All the Mod 6 to the Sky Let's Play series. Where today we got some stuff to talk about. Yeah, so sorry if you just heard me move my mic over. I need to move it over just a little bit. First off, my Morgan for some reason is no longer charging. I don't understand why it's losing durability. F3H. Yeah, like its durability is going down, and I don't quite know why. It's supposed to recharge from our ritual that we have going on with the witches, and obviously our Maho is filling up, so that's working. What if I like kill a few villagers? Maybe that'll make it happy. Hey, that made it happy. You know what? This is a great way to farm Maho too. If I really wanted to get the sword up to, 10,000 damage, this would be a great way to do it. Yeah, what are we at now? 5,800. All right, well, we're gonna have a few more emeralds coming through. Sweet. Solved that problem. I don't know why. I thought, from what I understand, is this is supposed to, every time you swing and kill something, it uses 400 Maho, and then your Maho is supposed to recharge. Don't know what's up with that. Anyway, couple things. First off, we need to talk about the Gaia Guardian. That's not where I wanted to put that anyway. Kind of spoiled my intro there. Goodness gracious, these wills do not have a knockout. Okay, there is no, oh look, you only get one of each. Every time you kill a Gaia Guardian, you have a chance of getting one, but you don't necessarily get one of each. So, my goodness, was it a pain to get these spirits, or to get these wills. But we did it. We have all 6. Please tell me there's only 6. Okay, good. For some reason, I was like, wait a minute, let me check. So this is all the stuff that we got. I wanted to show you from fighting that Gaia Guardian. Plenty of different various runes. We got a bunch of Gaia spirits, of course. We have some mana steel and some mana pearls. Let's go ahead and start dumping this stuff into this system. I just wanted to show you the gains, the loots from our, Gaia Guardian fighting. There's these pinkinators. I got 2 of them, and I'm assuming, it says apply directly to the wither, so I'm going to assume that means if you, use it on the wither, it'll turn the wither pink, which is cool, I guess. And then we have extra wills. We can just go ahead and shove those into the system because we're not going to be using them, but we have the 6 that we need. We also got a bunch of these dice, 13 of them to be exact, which is how many times I had to fight the Gaia Guardian. So let's just go ahead and start using them and see what happens. We've got the Ring of Thor, the Ring of Loki, the Eye of the Flugel, Unbound in Minecraft. Is that a teleport? The Ring of Odin, the Fruit of Grisaya, and Gaia Spirit. So I'm going to assume, yes, now there's nothing else. Transforms into something else, or they could just be completely random. All right, I'm going to assume that we have all of the special relics. So let's see what these things do. And yes, I know you guys see these dragon eggs and name tags. We're going to get there. Okay. So the Fruit of Grisaya. Let's find our, where's our book at? Fruit. Fruit. Nothing to do about a fruit here. Well, the key was in there. The Fruit of Grisaya. Bestows the brave soul who earned it with an endless supply of nourishment. Can be eaten like any other piece of food, but will use mana to replenish instead of hunger. Okay, so this is a infinite food. When you can eat it and it won't, ever disappear. And it uses mana. The Ring of Odin. Oh, the Relics of Aesir. Oh, that doesn't help me. Aesir 2. Dice of Fate. That doesn't help me either. Okay. Let's find the Ring of Odin. Ring of Odin. One of the three mythical rings of Aether, the Ring of Odin grants its bearer the vitality and resistance of the Father God. Provides its wearer with 10 extra hearts and indefinite protection from various kinds of elemental damage. Okay, so the Ring of Odin seems like it'd be cool to pop that on. Okay. The Ring of Loki and the Ring of Thor. Ring of Thor. The Might of the Thunder God. When equipped, it dramatically increases a Terra Shatterer's area of effect. Terra Shatterer being one of the tools that you can use from Botania. We don't have that, so we don't need to worry about that one. What about the Ring of Loki? Call upon the Trickster God's ability to effectively be in multiple places at once. To use an equipped Ring of Loki, begin by sneak right-clicking a block with an empty hand. Once a block is selected, sneak right-clicking other blocks will store their offsets from the origin in the ring. Sneak right-clicking a stored block during the selection will remove it from the ring's memory. It sounds like it's kind of like you can interact with blocks when you're no longer near them. Okay, so that is that. And then lastly is the Eye of Flugel. What do you do, buddy? Unlike the crafted Flugel Tiara, the Eye of the Flugel contains primordial Flugel magic. Yeah, it's a teleporter. Sneak right-clicking this eye somewhere will bind it to that position. Holding right-click will then use mana to warp you back to that location. And it can't warp you across dimensions. Okay, cool. So that's those. And the Fruit of Grisaia. So basically, out of all those, the Thor one is the one that we want to deal with. But let's go ahead and go make our Massive Wills. And our Botania area is going to be pretty much wrapped up at this point, I think. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do with Botania after this. So let's just go ahead and line ourselves up. All those go in there. Let me get a seed. And we have the Massive Wills. Cool. From what I understand, the Massive Wills, the names of all of those things, Darok and Torag and all that stuff is from RuneScape. It's a RuneScape reference. I used to play RuneScape when I was younger. I have not for a while. Oh, I see what I did. That's why we ended up one short. This guy is not... Oh, my goodness. You kidding me? That was not what I wanted to do. That's supposed to go there. I'll be right back. Let me fix this. Okay, that's better. All back to normal. So anyway, Massive Wills goes there. So we're just missing 4 items. And if we look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we can count correct. So we're getting there. But anyway, dragons. So in between episodes, after fighting the Gaia Guardians, I went ahead and did the whole dragon thing. Got ourselves an ice dragon, grew it up with our dragon meal, and then got ourselves the unobtainium vibranium alloy block that we're going to need for our tier 8 void miner. So yeah, that's done. But we have the problem of our dragons don't have names. Okay. And that's not fair to them. You know, they put in some work, most of them. The lightning dragon specifically has put in the most work. But yeah, our dragons, we need some names. And so a couple days ago, I put out in the comments, or I did a community post about names. And if anybody wanted to share a name, feel free to comment on there and everything. And a couple people did. So we're going to go ahead and name our dragons. So first off, we're going to name our ice dragon, our newest dragon that we have. And I have a random selector pulled up over here on my second monitor, and we are going to randomly select one of the names here and go. So, okay, our ice dragon is going to be named Pyro. Thank you to Geo Flores for naming our ice dragon Pyro. Back over here. Oh, I need experience. Oh, by the way, I may have mentioned this, but this is a great way to fix that. So yeah, our ice dragon will be named Pyro. So thank you to Geo Flores for naming our ice dragon Pyro. I appreciate that. I know on the picture that I commented a fire dragon, and that's where the Pyro name came from. But you know what? Hey, ice dragon named Pyro. It's like a cat named Dog. It works. It's okay. So then we're gonna have our lightning dragon, and that is going to be Rex by Delicam. Thank you, Delicam, for naming our lightning dragon. And he named him Rex because our lightning dragon wrecks everything. Get it? Get it? Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. And then for our fire dragon, Graceful Gaming 2 has dubbed him Spiky. So thank you, Graceful Gaming 2, Spiky, for our fire dragon. So let's go ahead and pop over to the end because it's the easiest place to actually set these all up. Plus we have work to do over here. Yeah, and let's go ahead and get our dragon. So our ice dragon here, this will be your first time seeing our ice dragon. So cute. I like that blue. And it's nighttime because it's the end and they're sleepies. So Pyro is a little bit sleepy because it's nighttime. I think I have to, yes, just shift right click. And then I thought his name would show up over it, but maybe if you can kind of see it, but the render is taking over. But look, Pyro. So there we go. Pyro is named. Oh, and it shows his name in his horn too. Next is Rex. Now Rex is going to be awake because he is a nocturnal dragon. So he is, chilling like a villain here. He likes to be awake at night. Let's go ahead and name Rex. There we go. So Rex is taken care of. And come on, pick him up. There's his name. You can kind of see it, but their models are so large, it's hard to tell. And then lastly, our fire dragon named Spiky. And he's asleep too because he's tired. He's been working hard. And there we go. Fire dragon named Spiky. So thank you to everybody who commented. And then these guys whose names got picked. Congratulations. Yeah, good names. Anyway, like I said, we have business to do over here, and that is to tear down this environmental miner because we no longer need it because we are about to upgrade this bad boy to the next tier. So let's just go ahead and get rid of all of this stuff. I don't know what tier it's at, but eventually the null modifiers and the structure panels do cap out. Like you don't have to keep creating those. So it makes the crafting process a little bit easier for environmental tech. So just, yeah, something to point out. All right, so that is all of that. Let's go home. And we're going to put all of this stuff away. I think we need one. Well, it's all going in the system anyway. It doesn't really matter. Put that away. And then usage of this is to craft a tier 8. So we can go ahead and do that. Pop this guy here and shabam, we have our tier 8 void miner, which is everything we need for this except for one antimatter pellet. So we'll just go ahead and throw that in there and we are almost done with our pulsating black hole, which is probably, I'd say this is probably the hardest of the items to make outside of the other ones that require tons of resources because of this. Getting this up to tier 8 was, I mean, how many episodes ago did we start this? 20? Something like that, maybe? I don't even know, but it takes a long time to get. So yeah, anyway, that is all of our maintenance tasks for this episode. So now what we need to do is start diving into mana and Artifice because we have to tier up to tier 4. And I don't know how long that's going to take because I have never used this mod before. So let's get started trying to tier up. Yeah. Anyway, our book. So, a couple things inside of here. I've kind of perused through this book a little bit, and I've watched other Minecrafters play through this, so I'm kind of familiar with it, but at the same time, not really at all. So, we're gonna be learning this together. So villagers, we really don't have to deal with those. There's mana weave villagers, though we do have our villager trading thing, so we could set up and get some stuff from the villagers if we needed to using this codex. This is how to actually page through. Okay. Oculus. The Oculus is a block that will help guide you through this mod along with this book. It will show you what you need to do in order to unlock new things within the mod, as well as what you currently have unlocked. To see what you need to do, in order to progress, click the progress tab. Okay, so it sounds like what we need to do is make an Oculus. And I already had bookmarked some of the stuff from this mod here that I know we're going to need. So we've got the Oculus ready to go. Let's go ahead and grab this. Now, Vintium dust, normally, if I remember correctly, Vintium dust you find throughout the world. Like there's Vintium ore that you'll find in a normal playthrough that you can, find. And, you'll get your Vintium dust. We get it from our sieving. So we have plenty of Vintium dust. So I'm not going to worry about it. Where do we want to set this up? I don't think it's going to take a very large area. And honestly, well, that Botania is going to become something else in a bit. I think we can go ahead and, you know what? And let's see where we want to put this Oculus. Does down here look good? It gives us a little nice area to work with in case we need to do some expansion. And plus, these aren't really being used anymore for anything at the moment. So, yeah. And these guys are just doing fantastic over here, by the way. How much honeycombs do we have of each of these? 13,000. Yeah. Anyway, continuing on. So the Oculus. So for tier 1, we have to complete 10 of the following 12 tasks to advance to the next tier. This looks like our different spells we can cast at tier 1, rituals we can complete, mana weave patterns, which is where you actually draw circle, square, triangle in these different shapes. Crafting we can do, and all kinds of stuff. So that's the Rune Forge. I was kind of bleeding over a little bit. So these are the 10 things we have to do: cast a cantrip, cast a spell, complete a ritual, craft a mana weaver wand, craft a mana weaving altar, craft a spell with complexity 15 or more, inscription table, craft something at a mana weaving altar, reach magic level 15, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the things that we're going to need for this mod crafted. So it said craft a mana weaver's wand, which we can do because we have the Vintium ingots are easily made. We just need to teach the system how to do this stuff. Let's go up top really quick. Okay, so loop around. Vintium ingots. Vintium ingots are made by blasting or smelting Vintium coated iron into a Vintium ingot. So we can do that. Vintium coated iron is just iron and a Vintium dust, and we can do that. So let's do this, and then find our smelting factory, bam. And then if we wanted to craft a mana weaver's wand, we could do this, request those, and it should come pretty quickly. Bam. And that should satisfy the, get me down there, Oculus saying craft a mana weaver's wand. Okay, so we have 1 of 10 done. Let's go ahead and we're going to want an inscription table. We're going to want a mana weaving altar, which can be any color, it looks like. Bam. We're going to want a runic anvil at some point, but we're not there yet. Okay. A rune scribing table. We don't have this stuff yet. We have our Vintium dust. How about a rune forge? That is just made with stone. So let's just make a bunch of this. Where's my stone? I have a lot of stone from when that other thing. What am I doing? From when we did one of those compressed stone things, we have a lot of stone. I don't know. Like we have a compressed stone 5x just sitting in here. I don't know where all this came from. I think this is what happened when I started that dimensional seed craft. And we ran out of cobblestone. All of it ended up in here, and then it freaked out and then decided it didn't want to do it. So not only do we have 2.3K, we have a ton of compressed stone just sitting around. I don't know why that ended up happening. But when I canceled that craft, all of this stuff just ended up sitting in there. And then it told me we were short, 500,000 cobblestone to smelt up again. I don't know. I don't understand. Oh, look, we've done a couple of these things. Okay. Let's get a rune forge, which requires us to make some kind of glyph. Let's get some dye. What do we have a bunch of? Yellow, sure. And then bam. Sure. Let's go ahead and lay these things out. No, give me my rune forge back. Wrong inventory to shift click. Okay, so let's do our inscription table here, I guess. Mana weaving altar here, rune forge here. These models for this mod do look pretty awesome. Is that Oculus follow me? It does. Look at that. It just follows me around. That's actually kind of creepy. Don't look at me. So the inscription table is where we make spells, I assume. It looks like, yes. A mana weaving altar is, I believe you place items on here, and then with our mana weaver's wand, we can open by holding left control and right clicking. Oh. I don't know what that does. But if you right click, that was a circle. If you right click, you draw with this. And from what I understand, this is like difficult to do. And it kind of sort of is. See, that's not a circle, buddy. That's a square. From what I understand, your best thing to do is like place a block and then draw on the block facing you. Square. Triangle. That was a triangle, buddy. We're just experimenting now. That is a horrible... excuse me? I don't understand what's going on. All of a sudden, I can't draw. Anyway, I'm just doing this. I don't even know why. Let's go ahead and put this back so we have something to draw against. And then the rune forge is where you forge stuff for the mod. So what do we need to do? Let's go ahead and work on craft something at a mana weaving altar. All right. Rune Forge. The Rune Forge is a magical furnace that runs on ambient magic in the air. It requires no additional fuel. It has a few of its own recipes. We'll also do campfire recipes in half the time, furnace recipes in twice the time, and blast furnace recipes in twice the time. It will accept up to 16 items at a time, but the total cook time is multiplied by the number of items in it. Okay, good to know. Once you have advanced interior, you'll unlock upgrades to the Rune Forge in the form of speed increases or doubling and item repair. So let's look at our Rune Forge. What can you do for us? Well, it doesn't say anything if I hit usage. It just says that that's what the villager, the spellmonger, uses for his profession. Okay. From what I understand, though, if we get some of that Vintium ingot, let's get the 16. Is that how we superheat this? Maybe? Yes, you put that in there, bam, it gives you a superheated Vintium. Let's get some of that because we did see that was on our to-dos for some item that we were going to make, like the rune scribing table. What about this purified Vintium dust? What about arcane ash? That is arcane compound. So let's go ahead and make some of this too. And maybe it'd be worth setting up a second rune forge. I don't know how long this is going to take, so let's get some glyphs. Some dyes. Set up a second rune forge next to it so we can get these cooking too, because we are impatient and I like to tick accelerate as much as we can. Okay. And then, I made a bunch of yellow glyphs. All right, well, that was a mistake. Can we hopper? Is this automatable? Let's find out. It's like if I were to say, want to hopper into this and then hopper out just to nothing. Let's see what happens. We'll let that cook and then see if this ends up hoppering out. And then if so, we can automate some of this. We can just put a bunch of this Vintium and then the arcane ash in there and then, let that run. This does take a while though, doesn't it? It did say that it multiplies it by the number of items that you put into the inventory. Okay, so hoppering does work. And so if we put Vintium in here, if I were to just craft a stack of this, and we take this stack, oh, no, not that. And we put this in there, will it pull out the 16 or is it going to do, it's going to do one at a time. However, that may be okay because it will do the one at a time faster. Now, the other question is, can I, yeah, see, that was much quicker than the 16 was. Can I put this hopper up top of this? Oh, yes, and it actually fits much better. You know what this means is this could be, we could automate this with refined storage too, if we wanted to. We'll see if it ends up being a necessity, but what we're going to do is go ahead and put, let's get a chest or two. We can just do a double chest here. There we go. Get another hopper. Go from this side. Bam. Okay. And clean up. Everybody do your share. So then that's that. Why we're doing this, I don't know. It was just to experiment to see if we could. And now you know you can. So if we come up top, put that there. Now our arcane ash, we can do this. Oh, that was arcane ash. Yeah. So we got all of the arcane ash. And then, oh, so 16 turns into quite a lot. But yeah, so then we'll just have superheated Vintium and arcane ash cooking, a whole stack of that for us. And we don't have to worry about it. Automated. Perfect. Super simple. No worries. Okay, so that was slight deviation, and we need to work on some more of this stuff. But I think we're going to get started with the rest of this next episode. I'm going to go through and see what we need to do all of this stuff, like cast a spell, complete a ritual, and all that. And we'll come back next episode and begin working on all this stuff. So yeah, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.